Do you hear me now?
Oh,
You hear me?
yeah. I think I might do that every show. Got to switch it up and do something different.
All right, we've got Zach, Jake, and Jake. Yes?
I don't know who the other Jake is, but
This is your, which one will
Oh.
give you more power?
that's right.
All right. Yes, I apologize. We're still getting our timing down. So we said 3 o'clock in the Facebook post, but it's really now, which is
Yeah, no problem.
3:50.
We've also told you guys that we're not telling you a time. We're doing it in between 12 and 5. So we will continue to spontaneously
combust.
jump into the glass blowing experimental show. And who's available, that's beautiful. And if you watch it later, that's even more beautiful because there's really no format to what's going on here. It's just wild business.
Wild. We thought we might do a graphic link because we would gather some new customers. So we were just testing something. But could you turn around? Whoa, look at our new shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gathering point, folks. That's
Super
us.
cool.
Oh, yes.
Alrighty. I have no juice on my phone, so I'm putting it away.
Perfect.
Who's going first? Me?
You are.
Okay.
So this is the experimental show for anybody who's joined up, and this is the third one we've done. Right in the title bar, I put the title says everything in the description bar, so you don't know much of what's going on, but we could just start by showing off what we've done the previous two shows. And this
Okay.
is one of those pieces.
Yes. How about I show off mine and get started and then you show off yours?
All right, that's cool.
So this is the feather I made, which let me do it against the ground. Super cool. I did a lot of what I was interested in. So now I'm going to expand on that. I am going to build little wooden bases that are from trees that I collect in various areas so that they will be, the wood will be chosen with the bark texture or something to coincide with the feather. What I do want to think about and what I'm going to work on today is this connection point because this tiny little piece in a block of wood is not enough.
Just won't do.
It won't do. So I think after I put it, and this is me asking Jake to help me with this, after I get it on the punty, I'm going to have you bring over a trail. So after it goes on so that it's more stable, and then I can squeeze and alter it the way I want to get this thicker.
Sure.
Okay, so then I'm gonna do a couple different feathers. I have some cane up, and then I also wanna do one where we do a bit and I flatten it, and then we're gonna put dots on it, and then I'm gonna cut it after. So you'll see, okay?
All right, we will see.
Because some feathers are like polka dots, and then I've got marinis, but that might be next time, because that's kind of a lot.
Yeah, so we'll explain it as we go, but that's what this is about. We're just playing with the glass, trying something new. This is not necessarily any kind of specific project per se, just experimenting with the glass and trying something out. And I've got a couple pieces from the first two shows that I've kind of grown on, and I got a third idea based off of that idea that we're going to go for here today.
You can go show your pieces if you
well.
want, because none of the pipes were up.
All right, she's going to set up the shop and get ready for what she wants to do, but we can take it right over here and take a look at what we did on both show number 1 and number 2. And no, this piece of fuzz wasn't part of the show. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah, we got some really cool pieces here. We've got them beautifully spread out in the corners of the table. So I'll pull them right into the middle here and we'll take a look. So this was the first piece we did. We just wanted to show what cane looked like and how we could get it into glass. Gave it another shot with this big platter here. And then we took the platter and we added, this is one that I made, a bunch of clear spheres on there, kind of like water droplets. And this one's kind of like the back for it to sit on the table, so it's got a little angle to it. That guy's pretty darn cool. Probably looks pretty nice against the yellow as well. There we go. You guys kind of saw this all metamorphosizing. The second show, we went for something a little more different. We picked those up, pulled a little curly cue onto it, and did a few less spheres. This one still got the sitting on its side special sphere, and it's got your beautiful curl, kind of like a leaf curl to it. Pretty tight. And then this one we went for, instead of the candy canes that we had lined up in there, went for a little Marini action. I know Marcy was showing it off on the Anila reveal for the Gathering Point, but it's got some wild, crazy texture back here. And the way these pulled apart, that's completely hollow in between those 4 round chunks, kind of like egg yolk, sweet looking Marini. And this one's just cool, beautiful curl on it as well. And then you got all those awesome magnification water droplets. So those are really cool. I love what we're doing with that. I don't know what to do with the leaf, and if I had a bunch of extra time to build up some wood and get crazy with it and make a sculpture out of 10 of those, that would be sweet. But I'm gonna just keep going with the experimentation on this one. And same with her. She's got her leaf that she showed you. Now she's looked at it over the period of a week, and she's going to start adding to it and changing it up, adding a couple different color applications she mentioned. And I've got a pretty cool idea which we'll draw up after her. So we're gonna keep going with it, folks. That's gonna be our experimentation table. And they've got the rundown here.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. I am getting my own kombucha.
You're going for a drink break?
No, he's bringing me one. Thank you.
All right.
I got started with that one. With this experimental show, I know how much people love, thank you so much, how much people love little tidbits or little pieces like
I
this
love a
wrap glass.
tidbit.
Like it's like a donut, like the inside of a donut,
Yeah.
like the little tidbit.
The tidbit.
But we can't, or nor do I want to have anything out there that's got a crack or something. So the feather, I don't know if you caught it, the feather, the tip head broke off, so I just glued it so I could have it as a sample.
Nice.
And I had someone say, oh my God, I'd absolutely love that. And I super appreciate that, but I will not sell anything that's broken or damaged or give it away either. I just always, I mean, from a distance it looks amazing, but.
This is the tidbit part up here. That's a pretty cool sphere. If this had like a light under it, it was rotating and it was like 7 feet tall.
No,
you could
how
climb
about,
on it.
How about a group of them that are on a wood base and you could have like 3 or 5 or 7 or 200 on a ledge?
Or 200.
And all the things that feathers represent. Like, I don't know who's watching, but look that up. Look up the symbolism of feathers.
Symbolism of feathers.
We're going deep. This isn't just...
This isn't surface level action,
This isn't just glass.
folks. So here we go.
We're going to start with the smalls and go to the longers.
With the smalls. So she's just gonna kind of coach me along as we do this. I'm the assistant here. She is the artist, or as they say in the glass shop, the gaffer. G-A-F-F-E-R-R-E, I think. I don't know. Is that right? Zach just said that the Brits call the soccer managers gaffers. Is that true? That's crazy. That's very interesting information. That's the person running the show. That makes a lot of sense. Michelle went for the very difficult double cane pickup move, and she decided it might be a little too difficult, so I'm going to bring that back to the garage for her.
Thank you.
Very precariously on this wood paddle. Might not work
it.
out, but I think I can do it. It's a nice white twisted one.
So I went in and they were a little too close, and as I was pushing the one on, the second guy stuck to the first guy.
One cane on there, slight bend to it. It's pretty thin glass, so as soon as you start heating it up, she just picked it up from
a little wrap.
She just picked it up from the garage. Got it at 1,000 degrees, so it didn't just crack as soon as she picked that up off the pipe. This is just a clear wrap for the bottom.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about the bend in it because I'm not worried about it. Because
one clear wrap coming in hot.
Yeah, the sun is like
2150.
Look at it.
The sun is blazing. We love some extra heat
I'm
here.
gonna have you. I know Dad's left-handed and can do this, but I can't. So
What's
next
that?
time, bring me a wrap from behind.
Okay.
That's not my MO. If you want to gather right on that and bring me the long, two of them.
Long one, all right.
So this is going to help stabilize the bottom, and in a few minutes I'll be able to stretch and pull that out.
One long bit coming along here.
Thank you.
Woo!
You just love that.
It's the certified soup. The trick is, these are tinier canes too that she was doing before. So the trick for Michelle here is to be controlling her heat, which she's doing very well, because that bit that we just put on there, the clear, is twice as thick as that piece that she had on the end of the pipe. So the weight of it and the heat of it's going to want to make it move very quickly. So our timing is super important.
You can go for it. I'll
Number
take the
dos?
second one. Yeah. So while he's doing that, I will throw a little more heat on this.
Number dos arriving.
Now, I grew up with my family speaking French steak, so this uno, dos,
Numero
I don't know.
trois.
Yeah, there you go.
Nailed it.
All right, I'm not gonna worry about that tip, but the base is really cold.
How about a round of thumbs for the zoom action, folks? That's what I'm talking about. So now you're saying you're fixing up the tip of this feather?
Well, not quite yet, because I want to stabilize it, and then I want to like pay attention to this a little.
So some stabilization.
Yeah.
I love the white in the middle there. That makes it look super feathery. It's like the cartilage of a feather.
The hollow, I don't know.
It's got to be cartilage. That's like nose material.
So I'm sure as the time goes on and I experiment more with these feathers,
It's going
I
to
will
look
do
more
some
like cartilage.
research.
So you saw her heating up with the torch, the part on the end here. She's trying to give it a nice clean break and have it look finished on the bottom rather than just a little floppy slug tail.
Which we still will do that,
Okay.
but already I'm happy I just didn't do the bit on it.
It's nice having the white encased and clear off the tip like that.
Yeah, feels a little more finished.
It's almost like she's making a volio, like a goblet stem. Holy moly, what if we turned it into a goblet? That's not experimentation, that's just sporty glass blowing. Hope everyone's having an
Alright.
amazing week out there. We're just
It's
doing everything we're
the
doing.
best weather ever today.
It's beautiful, it's
It's
perfect.
cool, it's sunny. Whoop. A little too much flopping.
A little bit of floppage. Pulls out the end here to a nice point. Gives it the old snip. Little vortex action's pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't know if I want it
Do you not like it?
vortexing that much.
A little less vortexage.
I will unvortex it.
Sure feels good being in the shop here, folks. We got everything organized and looking good out at the Ren Fair. It's a different story, which is fun to work with, but we work at many different shops all over the place,
What is the Ren Fair?
and we love our home shop.
What is the Ren Fair? What if someone's joining us that doesn't know?
Ren Fair is the Renaissance Festival that we blow glass at.
Ooh, I don't know about fans.
What are you doing, knocking it?
I was gonna torch it.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, and then do it like the slug thing again. So how about we got shears here. There we go.
Yep, hold on.
So, okay. It's still not enough. Do you need a paddle or you're good?
I'll need something. Thanks.
Are shears hot?
We call that the old flipper special.
All right, so that was close on the base, but not right.
Ooh. What's that? Ah, sorry. That thing was cold. The last one we cracked it, so I wanted to make sure we got it in there good. But we'll get that system down, and that's kind of how glassblowing works. Is in this experimental phase, you learn this process, and we learn what we want to make. Once she gets it figured out, what she wants to make, then we start to expedite and tighten up the process. So eventually you make them quicker, which depending on how many you're making, it's not necessarily necessary to perfect the quickness of it, but that process can definitely get cleaned up, so we're not rushing around, we're feeling good about it. So got another one. Is that the same same color, same twist?
Same thing. I want to figure out that stem.
Okay.
So I'll take a wrap.
You got it. Coming in with it.
Yep. Thank you. Are you making a mess over there?
Not me.
So you can see the proximity to the bench is important.
What's that?
I'm talking to Zach. Got that, Zach? Shout out to Zach as well. Thank you for being here.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Go for it. So that last one kind of worked, but kind of didn't work. So I've adjusted what I'm doing. There's a little bit of clear glass on here from when I stuck it wrong. Never mind.
What? What the?
I was trying to break off that little piece of clear, and I just stressed it too much. Good thing I got lots of colors up. Can you roll the one cane over so I don't do it again?
No double action. Oh, this is a cool color in here. It looks like a striking color. Going for the little one or the long boy?
Little one. Till we get the base down right, it gives me more play time. I should have my tweezers on me, would be helpful.
Nice.
So that first bit could be smaller, and then you can do the feather right off that first one.
Especially in the experimental phase, I want to have as many pipes as I can get up and ready to go, because who knows what's going to be needed next.
So I'd also say in the experimental stage, we'll go back and read comments. I'm not interested in reading the comments now.
She's not interested.
Well, I mean,
Sorry, guys.
I can't answer any of them, you know what I mean? That's all I meant. No harm.
So a little prep work before the creation of the
Or give me
piece.
1 second.
And you want to make that not as thin of a break.
Right, I'm not going to torch it the same way this time. I'm just going to break it off.
Okay,
So I'm just going to leave that much.
cool.
You know what I mean? So, okay, now I'm ready.
All right. Number 2, or you want a
Yep,
sec?
you can, number 2. Hang tight 1 sec. This is a good technique for handles too, to be like how it directly across.
To be what?
Like how to be across from one another. Does that
Right.
make sense? Like a two-handled vase, it teaches you that perspective.
The shaping on all these is no matter what going to be different, which is pretty cool. So you're just going to break that off then?
I'm gonna break it off there. Yes. But I'm not ready yet. So there's some feathers that are different on the end. You know which ones I'm talking about? Like there's different birds that, like, as you do this, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen that style of feather. Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the dorsal feather. Or the ones that have more or less cartilage, yeah. That's a great question. I think they're all just a little different, yeah. It's got heat on only the top half. You can very subtly see, and actually, it's a beautiful red, beautiful copper ruby color in the core of this cane. And when it's hot, it's transparent. It looks white right now. And on the bottom, it's got that beautiful red.
So I think what I'll do is just break it off here at the bench. Or I could go.
I say just knock it on there. We'll torch the end of it.
Okay.
Take it. Get myself a bigger paddle to work with. Get the torch ready to rumble. Nice.
Now that gave me more to work with. So we're on the way. Broke a little deeper.
I just don't want any of this to be sharp at all. Luckily it's clear, so I don't have to worry about burning any color or anything. But I can just get this nice and soupy. Maybe even give her a little flat spot to work with. Boom. And then before this thing gets too chilly now, give it the old, awesome. Grab it by the hot end.
Are you breaking my
Throw it on
feather?
there. That's what you don't want to happen, folks, but it's in there nice and good. So now we got a larger cane, I believe.
Yep. Yes, we do.
The other thing you don't want to do is ever grab tweezers from the bench and leave them at the knockoff station. And then you go to make a move at the bench and you're like, and you miss 3 times and there's no tweezers there. That's very frustrating. and unacceptable. So I put an extra pair of tweezers up there.
How many times will I do this before I say, I should have my tweezers on me? This is the third one.
Well, third time's a charm. Maybe on number 4.
Or maybe this is 4. So there's a little kiln wash that's coming off on the cane. So in the future, I want a little cloth
Ready for it?
here. What? Yeah. Ooh, it's soupy. Okay, so this one, because it's longer, I'm gonna leave that there and then torch it at the end. So I am ready when you are.
All right. Leave it nice and sturdy. Got some soup coming along here.
Yes, you do.
2,100 degrees.
I gotta get better at that part. One moment.
One moment.
Okay.
I had to dodge that propane tank there.
Talking to me?
Nope.
Ooh-wee.
Just talking to the air.
It is talking to the air.
That's what makes your hands get calluses on it, folks. 25 pinches in a row.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love these.
Oh, the calluses will grow. What'd you say?
I said I love these.
Yeah, they're cool.
I mean, and half the fun's gonna be finding the wood that matches.
Totally.
So that's just gonna cause me to go outdoors and be in the woods and find some fallen trees and, yep, I'm liking it. So
Pretty
actually,
cool, yeah?
nothing.
Pretty cool quote on the back of this bottle. When wind blows, listen. When sun shines, see. When oceans wave, smile. Nature connects all. There we go, folks.
Does my bottle say something different?
Probably the exact same quote, but maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe they're all different, I don't know. No, that's just a true quote from the Synergy Company. Yep, same quote. That's cool, I respect that. If the wind is blowing, I'll listen.
This one, I'm gonna have you torch it when I hold it down.
Do you wanna do it like Slugway again?
I wanna think about that. I think I wanna do one cut that way. No, I wanna hold it down and be thicker. Does that make sense?
No, I'll see what you mean.
Okay, one moment.
We will see. Going for the double snip here for a little
Yes.
point on the end. Nice. Feather completion. If you don't heat it or torch those sharp edges after you cut them, you're really just breaking the glass when you cut it. You're squeezing it down so far until it breaks at a super thin stage. So you got sharp edges on all those spots when you cut them. So you got to torch it a little like she's doing.
So when I come out, I'm going to hold this down. Will you continue to torch in that area?
Yep. Over at the knockoff area.
I guess. But if I want to flash again, then I'm all the way over there. Let's just do it right here for a sec.
It's an eyeball burner. It's a bright flame, folks. Curious to see what that looks like on...
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
But now I think I want to flash the whole thing, and then I'll just break it there.
All right.
Does that make sense?
So she pulled out a little more of a stent. It's kind of a mix in between what we started with, which was the full drip off of the pipe, and now she's got the, or just the break off, and now we're in between. We did a little pull, so it's got a stem to it, and then now she's just gonna break that off on the end, and we'll torch that very end. Little water, little agua, little
Yeah,
hot
there
glue.
we go. That bought me some more room.
Gotta knock it like this over the edge for me.
I will try my best. Those cold tweezers probably felt great on the feather. You want my warm one?
You wanna flatten that at all or just leave it like that?
That's fine. I'm going to carve it into the wood. So
Okay.
where am I going?
Number 1 over here. It's a long one. Sweetie.
Like a pancake.
Nice.
Okay, the last one is going to be powder with cane. So do you want to do yours?
Powder with cane?
I'm going to do powder, and then we're going to put spots on it. So actually what's going to happen is it's going to be a piece of cane. You're going to bring me the bit. I'm going to flatten it. Your bit's going to be dipped in powder. We'll flatten it, put the dots on, and then I'll cut it.
Okay. Let's do yours while you're in the zone and we got them going.
So white powder I didn't grab. Do you know where it is?
Yep.
Could you
I'll
grab
grab
me
some
some
white
white powder?
White
Or
powder?
iris gold? You got iris? So sorry. I had a relapse there for a minute. There goes all our packages to UPS.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got some powder here.
We got some powder. Okay, so I am going to pick up a piece.
You don't want to smell that, folks. Bad news. So I'm going to gently just drop a little bit in here. Just enough for me to get what I need. Yeah, that's right, she's starting it up. So that's powder. We use, if you take a look over here, Zach, for everyone who's new to the show or hasn't seen glass blowing before or anything like that, this is a color application here. All the colors are different metals and minerals added to them. Tin makes white. So you add tin to the glass, it changes the glass from crystal clear to white. And so these all have different metals and minerals. These are like size 0s and 1s and larger chunks. It's like kind of grainy. You come over to the powder section and they get up in the air a lot more, so we don't use powders very frequently, only for specific projects or something you need a very strong and smooth coated pattern on. So that's what she busts this out for. We also use it for a couple of our other products, which you may see on October 10th for our virtual Sweet Pumpkin show that we're not going to promote on this one, but it's a pretty darn cool event that you're going to want to check out.
All right, a bit for the base. this is longer than I'm gonna need, but I wanted this color. So you could take the white over to the furnace if you want. So same thing, your bit is white powder.
Okay.
It's so weird working without
Ready
the
for it?
radio. What was that?
Ready?
Yeah. It just feels so silent, like the shop's gonna close without a radio. Oh, why did I grab this now? That was wrong. So you know what, bring me both now, and then we'll do the dots. Because
Okay.
once I heat it, yeah. It's like a flag, a sailboat.
Coming at you.
Do you want to do the dots, or
Sure.
do you want to? Okay.
Ooh, that powder looks cool.
Yes, it does. Okay, so we'll start polka dots.
Okay.
I was thinking of Joey today for that exact reason.
All right, so now we got cane, which is much
Oh,
tinier.
it looks so cool with the cane in between.
Tinier
Oh,
strand.
my God. Cover up that schmag, whatever that is.
Schmag?
Yeah, we only need to do the dots on one side. So let's go this way. What are you getting old?
I don't know. You know what color this is?
I made an assumption it was black, but I could be wrong.
Could you slide it forward a little bit? There we go. How big? Like
Mini.
that?
Fine.
Smaller?
They could be smaller.
Okay. Yep. I just gotta hit each one so they get rounder.
They'll round out. They got time,
All right.
and they don't. I gotta cut it. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
If I just torch it for 1 extra second, it'll round right out.
Okay, I need a flash.
No.
If we had the map gap torch, I would do the honey, but that's okay too.
Huh? Pretty sweet.
You can also
Pretty
do
juicy.
both sides, cover up that dot, and then go, you know what I mean? So I don't have to do a deeper flash. Zach, the cameraman, I know this is really
Yep.
engaging. Could you get me that yellow torch? Yeah, it's okay if you walk away. Walk away. Think you just set it on the bench is good? I appreciate you, Zach.
Yep. Yep.
Nice. Don't go all symmetrical on me.
Don't go symmetrical.
Yeah, you're starting to line them up like 2 by 2.
Oh no. It's tough.
I know. We're not making a pair of dice.
Gosh. Yeah, so she grabbed that yellow torch because we're spending a lot of time outside of the hole right now to get these on there. So she needs to make sure that what's connecting this glass to the pipe is ready to go, nice and warm.
Thank you.
Yep.
Not in the line.
What? What am I?
You started out good.
On the first one.
This is a very
Jeez.
symmetrical bird.
Watch out for that. Flame was just licking my arm. That won't do. Yeah, back off, Flame. Yeah, that's right. Oh, one more?
Sure. Surprise me. Lovely. Okay, so now,
There it
the
is, folks.
trick is, I think I'm going to heat it with the torch along the edge so I can cut it. But I
On
also
the tip of the feather? Or what do you mean?
the whole edge.
Oh, I see.
But I also don't want these like raised.
To burn that white.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
It might look nice burned out, disappeared white on the tips.
So will you torch the edge, and then I'm gonna flash it, and
You got it.
honey's clearly hot enough.
Hold on now. See how in some spots if I hit it like 1/8 of an inch too close, it just turns it black. Getting a little action on there. And you know what it's all
Well,
about.
Let's see if it works.
Maybe one more of those, I don't know.
Yeah,
Unless you
it
think it's
doesn't feel
good.
like it's that
I think
hot.
we'll do one more. And then a nice flash, and I think it'll be good to go.
I could do this.
Yeah, there we go.
It only takes a minute to figure these things out.
I feel like I'm petting the
I was
leaf
just
with
gonna
flames.
say, are you gonna be like,
There, little leaf.
you'll be okay?
There. You going for the cuts now?
I am. Could you move that torch, please?
I'll get it right out of there. Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Now I'll hold it up. Keep going. Exactly. Bring on the callus, as Zach said. If you cut it that way, do the heat again, and I'll hold it up. You can just finish the cuts. It'll stay completely flat. But that's looking like a real feather. Woo! Yeah, that's a workout. Make 100 of those and you're gonna have a bent finger.
Who said I'm making 100 of these?
I don't know.
Can I have the torch on the other side, please?
Yep.
This is the experimental show. This is like fine art. This is not 400 are going on the Glass Academy shelf.
That's
Just
true.
saying.
That's true.
This was a idea for a commission, and I'm working it through.
Is this for Tanya's piece?
Yeah.
Oh. This I did not know.
Tanya has this way of like instilling in us something that makes us
Get creative?
Yeah.
I bet that's exactly what you wanted to hear. That's what it's all about.
Okay, one more edge. And then after I cut it, will you grab me the big shears? I want to do, I feel like the little shears, I don't know.
I think it's tougher to get precision with those big boys.
Yeah, all right, I'll stay with this. Okay, you will take a pair of tweezers and hold up the edge.
Yes.
Thank you.
This I will do. Woo.
That's a cool shape.
Whoa. It's a long boy. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Texturous and delicious.
The cane looks so cool.
Yeah. So now what's the move? Finishing up the tip.
Bust a move.
Woo! Yeah. It's got a sweet leaf bend to it, or feather bend to it. It totally looks like it just fell off an eagle.
We have spotted eagles.
Yeah, the super rare spotted eagle. Yeah.
I'll make up my own birds. Okay, I am going to heat it up. When I come out, will you do
Zebra
there,
eagle.
please?
Will I do what?
That's right. I'm the Abolio. Just
Hit it with the
on that
torch.
part. That's going to allow
Tuck
the
it down
top.
some super blast here.
Aim that way so you're not aiming at me. Thank you.
Turning it.
Oh yeah. I could turn it. I'm like thinking about other stuff. All right. We've got movement.
We've got motion. Holy.
You're so easy to surprise.
To the knockoff station.
Yes. Will you touch that up? Just with the torch for a sec. Here's the hot tweezers. Well, I think it was black too.
I agree.
That fan is right on us. Because how it softened up, I really like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, that was enough experimenting for me.
All right.
Wow, thank you.
Yes. Will you prepare the pastorelli, which is in the corner
Yes,
with that
does
on
it need a wash or no? It's good?
I think it's good. I'm gonna go with Zach and grab some cane. My turn, folks. And is the cane still over in that corner? I know you wrapped some of it up.
There is no cane here.
No cane in the studio?
There's none there. It's all in the boxes. I cleaned it up.
All right, perfect.
You'll just have to go through the boxes.
Come hither. So we're gonna go for, over here I went for kind of like a color palette, and I love this one with kind of the pinks and the reds and the whatever, the whites in there. That one's my favorite by far, super twist. But that's the blue palette. These ones were the yellow Marinis. But this one we're gonna go for, hello ladies. We're gonna go for something a little bit different here. I think I might go with all one type of cane. But this is the one right here that was my favorite. Oh, look who we have here. Meow. 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 She's an old lady these days. Cutie. Cutie at that. So I'm gonna grab my sweet metal piece, pair of knife. Bust this guy wide open here. What you looking at? Hanging. I'm gonna get right in here. I'll just grab about that much. Look at that color pattern. Jesus. It's a sweet one. Then, we're gonna take it to the nippers here. The large nipper. I'm gonna knock it down to all one size. Not too long, I don't wanna get crazy with it. Just medium crazy. I think that's the length we want right there. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna go for like 7 pieces, maybe 8. Let's do one more length. That's what I'm talking about. So then the idea here, and I think I'm gonna draw it up on the floor real quick. All right, some pit stop action.
Yep. Melting camera is no good. Thank you. Okay, what are we doing?
I love those clear spheres, so I wanna do it again. I wanna do a piece where I pick these up, roll them all around, so I've got a solid, long, just tube, solid tube with them all the way around. And then I'd like to flip the axis on it, so it starts off with the pipe like this, and here's all the cane on it, wrapped up beautifully. And then we'll flip the axis and punny it up here, so that I can do one of these and pull it up here like this, and pull this side up here like this. And then I'm gonna put a nice big ball here and one big ball on this side so it sits flat. And then I'd like to put like a nice few watery ones going up the side. It's kind of curling around it.
Are you rolling that up on a tube?
And you can't see it because of the light,
Oh.
but the light will move.
Are you rolling those up on a tube or
It's
on
just
a
solid,
post?
on a solid, long, thin post.
Okay. I think it is hot enough to start, but I'm not 100% sure.
All right.
Let it sit for a second
Should
and
we?
absorb that heat.
Right.
Yes.
So let that heat up for a second so they don't explode. That's a good idea. So the idea on a solid rod, I'm just gonna take it, once these are hot enough, I'm just gonna stick it right in the middle and wiggle it back and forth so they pick up onto the solid rod all the way around. So it'll be clear in the middle, but cane all the way around it.
Doing a solid punty with like a handle in it.
Yeah, we could put this on a mug as like a handle. Yeah, just a solid little thin thing in the middle. I only want the diameter of this thing to be like that big if possible, just cane pretty much in a circle.
Okay.
Now squish it all together so there's no texture. Then we'll punny it up on the side and then I'll just heat up each end and kind of start to pull them up. Just like that. I think I'm good to start on the first few ones here.
Ooh.
Gently
Slow,
letting them come in
slow.
here so they don't break.
Slow, 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 slow.
And we're good.
Yep, so last night we had a break-in in the neighborhood. Bunch of cars got, did you hear that?
Dad
Bunch of
told me
cars got
about that.
broken into.
No,
Ours was one
Ann
of 'em.
Arbor.
Chris has like 4,000 keys to everything inside his car, and they're all gone. Like, it's so bad to have to replace your credit cards and all of that, but then to have to like do all the keys is no fun.
I don't leave anything in my car. You guys are leaving
Oh,
your
I
windows open.
I leave nothing. I leave my windows open because there's nothing in my car.
Yeah, so you don't
You
leave
can
anything.
steal
but-
the dog toy or my grocery bags, and
Exactly.
that's all that's in there.
Why,
That's how you learn. You don't do it again.
I guess so. I was thinking we could do one more on that side, and then we'll flip it around.
Okay. Remember, grab the flat crimps.
That's
to
right.
Move the plate. Got the gallery set up with a bunch of new pumpkins today. Thank you. We did a photo shoot yesterday. Super fun.
Yeah. We had the film camera crew in here going crazy.
And we usually don't set up
Big cameras.
pumpkins until October, so we are way ahead of the game this year. So there are different size pastorelli sheets because these are starting to roll over the edge a little. There are pieces, we have friends that do them, and they have like the strongest muscle guy ever
Right.
rolling up their sheets. They're
Muscle
like
man.
12 inches wide by 18 inches long and just insanely huge.
Hold on one sec. Just want to tap these a little further back. There we go. Now we're getting the opposite side, folks. Anybody who's new, when you do cane work, we've got the burner on the left side of this 1 million gallon drum. And so you want it to be hitting on the glass on the left side, you got to flip it around so you get equal heat on the whole piece. We'll pull this out one more time, tighten it up, make sure everything's looking good, and then I'll take off and get my body ready, and then let Mom do one more heat on it. Thanks for doing all the muscle work, Mom.
Gotta get your workout in somehow.
That's looking perfectly juicy and
Wow.
correct.
You can take the sides off probably.
Yeah. This is something I never learned in school, folks. I'm learning it right now.
Well, it'd be nicer if we could show you instead of just throw you in it.
All right, so now I'm going for a little clear gather here.
And you know you need to be about 8 inches long on that? 6 inches?
Right.
Right? If you do your moil on the edge, it will give you more stability.
Yeah, that is pretty darn long.
So I should flash again. I'm sitting here watching you.
Not worried about the tip on the end there because that'll be perfect, Mom. I'm gonna go for it here. Because I'm gonna cut that off. Okay? I gotta have both of them sticky. So she just heated that one up. I'm heating this one up.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
Look at that little pullback.
Yeah, you got tweezers in your hand?
Yeah. Nice.
Now you got the dance.
Look at that. Now I can take it to the Marv and give her a nice roll or two.
Whoops, that's yours. Mine is here.
Oh my God, it might almost be a perfect fit. Look at
Wait.
that. I think I might be just a couple canes short, but I'm gonna give it a nice tweezer pull, see what I can do here.
You should be able to tuck them right in.
Yeah,
right?
I think I'm just gonna tuck them right in. Look at this.
Whoa, the pillar.
Isn't that sweet? Got the sizing perfect. Check it out.
What?
Is it got solid glass?
It's
on
just
the
solid.
inside? Nice.
The real question is, I think I want to leave it with a little bit of texture like this. That's cane, it's
You
cool.
can jack it all along and it will squeeze it together without, or Marver it.
We'll give it a little Marv.
It's like a little elf hat coming off the end.
Aw, it does look like some kind of candy.
Handle,
It would be
Oh,
the
it's like a birthday
craziest mug
candle.
handle ever.
coat look.
So I'm gonna need 2 clear, larger, watery bits.
Now, I thought you were punting sideways.
And then 1 big punny for after that. And then we're gonna punny it like this after the 2 water droplets and then work on each end.
So ping pong ball size, what are you saying?
Actually, just give me 1 more sec to line it up. I wanna make sure this will break, and then I'm gonna pull the tip out just a little bit. But yeah, it'll be like ping pong ball size, it'll be perfect. I know the trick's gonna be, I think I know what to do here. I know exactly what to do, folks. Never fear. Candy cane is near. Look at that horn.
It's like the Longhorns.
It is.
Get what you think about.
Bridget, this is kind of matching your hair over here.
Well,
Pink
it's
and
hard.
purple combo.
It's hot. You can't tell.
It's gonna get more pink and
Inspiration.
purple. All right. Now let's go for those 2 bits. So these are gonna be 2 spheres for this thing to sit on. I'm gonna work on this more so I don't need to polish it off.
How do you want?
Hold it for
This.
1 sec. That was the punny one, but
Oh,
we'll toss up 1 more. I don't know if we have another one like that size, so we can. I don't know,
well.
we just let it shuck off and we'll use it, or
Yep. I'm gonna shuck this off. Give you 1 more, and then I'll do the punny right off this.
perfect. Yeah, after these 2 balls, we're gonna be good for the punny.
Are you ready now?
Nah, give me 1 sec to make sure it's sitting just correct.
Okay.
Holy moly, that thing's cool looking. My God. So the bottom of it's gonna be right here. So this is the first little nub it'll be sitting on. All right, number dos. Hold it for 1 sec. A little nervous about the punny here,
Why?
so I'm just hitting it like this.
The way the punny is or punting?
Just know that I'm cold. Said I was a little cold. Mom's like, don't be nervous.
You've got to just stabilize it.
all
You got
good.
plenty of time.
Instead of doing that with the little flat guy, I'm gonna do it like this, so I know it sits perfect. It's drooping right down onto the table, nice and cozy.
I like these terms. Drooping, cozy.
That's the little feet. I think I could have done them smaller, but now I know this is experimental stage.
That's why we do it.
See what I'm saying? I got the bend up on one side. This side I'll bend up much taller because I got more thickness to work. Let's put the punny on right now.
No,
All right.
I'm gonna chill the pipe.
That means it's not ready. You gotta have it at the right temperature when we put this thing on. And that's probably good because I was rushing it. I know this one's a little hot here, so if I put it on right now, it's gonna bend and twist shape.
How are you doing the punny? Show me where you're putting it.
Right where the middle of the paddle is right now.
Okay.
So it'll be like this.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Am I ready? Not yet. Sorry.
Oh, I probably should put a platform on there, but it's too late. Experimental phase.
Sorry, Zach. You're gonna have to migrate around.
That's good, just like that. It's just perfect.
Lift it off the bench when you tap it, please.
Yep. Is that gonna get in there?
Nope.
Thank you. Woo! Thank goodness for the big hole here.
Living on the edge. Jacob Nordy.
I'll definitely have to re-flatten it. I knew that was gonna be tough about this.
Well, now you gotta torch that one end to get it hot. But if it's a horn, the other end would be fat anyways.
Maybe I can just angle it like this for now. And then
So
just
many
work on the end.
choices.
Yeah, there's some logistical business that needs to go down with this. Big time.
Well, I'll tell you, I'd much rather have these spots keeping me up at night than like something else.
Right, that's true. Very true. So maybe when I go out here to pull this end out, Mom, you could work on bending the tail back towards the top of it. I want it to be a U shape like the drawing down here. So if I'm pulling on the end, stretching the thick part out, you could just take the thin tail and bend it up away from the punny. What do you think about that?
I think There's a better setup.
I agree, but we gotta try it here.
Yes, we will.
I got motion.
You have lotion? Suntan lotion?
Yeah. Thank you, that's perfect. I go for it. Nice. Good. Yeah. It's a funky one. Maybe I'll just work on fixing that tail up first. Guess I gotta go for the full bend here.
Oh, that looks awesome. So this is another example of all of a sudden it looks cooler than you thought it might.
I would say that, yeah. I don't really know what's happening here.
Kind of looks like a piece of fruit.
And the punny's just savagely on there.
When it comes time, you can cut into the punny because you have enough clear glass
Yeah.
and then grind it.
And then we
clean it
just put
up.
another ball on the end to finish it off. Cover it right up with a nice sphere.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because letting your sphere cool off, you'll lose your tip.
That's true too, it's gonna be tough.
Is that monster drink kicking in, Jake? It's empty.
Feeling pretty good. I was feeling real tired earlier. I don't like resorting to those crazy things, but
50 push-ups didn't do the trick.
no. Need more juice.
That's a cool a scrap that fell. The look on your face. What if you did a couple tentacles going up? Like
That
around
was
it?
the plan, part of it, but I just had a completely different mindset on this piece.
Do you want a couple
Completely
bits
different.
Or no?
God.
What do you think? Like everything you
right.
you touch doesn't turn to gold?
I know what we should do here.
All right, what should we do?
And this might be cool if we can pull it off. I'd like to build spheres off of these clear spheres. So maybe this one will be a standalone one with just like 3 coming up it. And then this one will do like 4, and then maybe the last one I can let fall into the body of it. So it's like,
So I hear you saying about the size of a large grape.
yes, precisely, and they'll get smaller as we get taller.
I would suggest doing the 2 big, then smaller, then smaller.
That's a great idea.
Okay, are you ready now?
I'm ready. The only thing, I mean, that's great, go for it, but look at this. Connection is super funky. It's all along one cane on the bottom. So to get that off of there, it's gonna be a gnarly break. And what I'm thinking might be the best is if we just drop a little clear patty so we break it off and cover that completely up with the patty.
Can I reheat that, or you want a fresh
Nah,
one?
freshies would be best. Thank you. God, the torch just works magic. All you gotta do is just blast something with heat and it turns into something ridiculously beautiful. That is something I do talk about all the time, is letting the glass do what it wants to do. That's all I'm doing here. That was the perfect timing.
Okay, so half the size.
I could take 2 more just that same size, I believe.
Are you ready now?
Yep. That's perfect for the alternating because now I don't have to wait for each one to solidify. The next one is ready to go.
There you go.
It's a great
There's the
idea, Mom.
logic. There's the logic. The reflection of the windows is pretty cool as I do this.
Well, I haven't checked the comments once, but I hope someone's watching this, because this is pretty sweet. Look at this thing grow. It's going to be the last one on this side.
Okay.
Even though I got a pretty juicy connection to the pipe with this thing, I'm still trying to be pretty gentle. I know the tips of this thing are pretty hot. And I'd love for it to pop off real easy, but
Now it's like a monster claw. Maybe because it was a monster drink.
what?
It looks like a monster claw.
It does look like something pretty monstrous. All right, so we're gonna do like probably 3 more to get that one to touch the body here.
Okay.
It's pretty sick. Oh, see, I told you. Just lost the tip of it. Not a major loss, but probably like a little 1/2-inch piece came right off the tip, but I'll fix that up at the very end. Final heat towards the tip, give it one more nice curl. I'd like to leave it thicker so that doesn't happen again here. Not a major loss. Just give me 1 sec, let it stiffen up here. All right. Nice.
So the next one, same size or
Yeah, I
smaller?
think I like them a little cooler like that too. The connection's better.
Okay.
So I'll just attach it accordingly.
Ah.
Sorry, I was just scratching the microphone. Look at this thing. It totally didn't go where I wanted it to, but we're making it work.
Pretty cool.
The experimental show at work.
Just 1 sec. Do this one, then one more. spire is moving now. I need 1 sec. There it goes. Boom. The drop down.
Ah, bada bing. Very cool. You know what's going to happen soon enough? Zach's going to be like, I want to try this.
Yeah.
Have you done a class at all? Oh. As an employee, you get free classes. Uh-huh. That's cool. What just happened color-wise?
Squished it right on there.
That's the color.
All right, now I got to heat up the tip, fix that tip up on it. These 3 balls are trailing off to the side, so I got to get them back in direction. Well, that just means I got plenty of heat, which is awesome.
Can I do something for a minute?
You can do anything, yeah. Need a little more heat on that.
We're live here at the Glass Academy, and Jacob is rocking it out on the experimental show.
Oh, yeah.
The heck is going on here? More about this can be found on our website. Beautiful sunny day there in the background as the camera adjusts. Zach, I'm gonna slide by you. Experimental show is where we try some new techniques, color patterns, ideas. This is an addition to our normal product line that we make here at the Glass Academy. The experimental show is what is behind the scenes. The reason we call it that is there's no ties for us to worry about what's happening with these pieces. They may 100% turn out super cool, or they could be completely random and weird. And it's all okay because we're experimenting. When was the last time you experimented with something? Could have been a batch of cookies, a drawing, cutting the shrubs in your yard a little differently. But that's half the fun of being a kid, is experimenting with no ties to the outcome. All right, so we've done our little Instagram live. Jake, you want to say goodbye?
Adios.
Goodbye.
I'm going to give this a little tap-a-rooney on the top here. That's cool. Now the dilemma of what to do when we knock it off. I wouldn't mind just knocking it off and having it just sit on its own if it was a beautiful polished bottom, but I'm very nervous and don't think that bottom will polish off nice and smooth. I'm not sure if the weight is correct. It actually will probably sit just like that, right on that flat one. It will. I see it. So all I need to do is knock it off and torch it real good, and then we'll grab it and put it away. So when I knock it off, will you preheat the claw? In a sec, I'm going to put some water on it, but that one, yeah. And then I'm going to torch the heck out of it, smooth it out, round it out, and then we'll just claw it away. We'll claw it away.
Is this the new stuff on the tongs?
Say that again? You got a minute. I'm going to still torch the bottom for a while. I'm throwing some water on the connection right where I want it to break. And I did a lot. Normally you don't do that much water. but I want it to break off easy and good. Just like that. Thanks. Could I grab that claw from you? Thanks. Yeah, actually kind of just broke really good.
Hoppa. Don't be smashing any feathers in there.
No feather smashing. Nice.
Oh, very
Cool.
Nice, very nice.
Sweet. All right.
Well, there it is. Experimental show number 482.
Number 3. Well, it's coming along and it's cool. We got some cool stuff happening. Every show it gets different. We got different ideas and it's pretty cool. It's pretty darn cool.
Is that cool?
It's really cool.
It's pretty darn cool.
Now, if only we had a week or two to just make them happen completely.
Well,
But that's a complete piece.
Yeah, we have an event going on the weekend, so we'll be back next week. We'll take a look at what we've got. Sunday, the Nailer reveal happens, and we'll talk about these pieces. And we can walk over here and sign out.
All right, folks. It's been a beautiful show. Thank you all for everything. We got some nice scraps down here.
Yeah, why don't you show them the scraps while we sign out?
Well, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week, and we will see you all next week for multiple shows of live glass blowing on Facebook